When you clicked on this video, you will wonder, like, I've tried business so long. I've tried to be an entrepreneur so hard. And you say it's easy? I say so because the basic principle, the basic structure, all you need is just 5 steps. The difficulty comes, and that's the hard part, is actually doing them. But I'll walk you through the 5-step framework for starting a business or the 5 steps, it's not a framework yet, to make it work because it's actually not so difficult. So today I will share with you how business is easy in just 5 steps because we're working our way back: customer, marketing, sales, and product. Those are the 4 components that we need. And then in the end, we'll wrap it up nicely and tight with like a little bow maybe on it and put it together to actually get to work. So what do we need? When we start out, we need to start out with our customer. I've done it so often where we start out with the product, but that's actually the wrong end of it because the product is in the end the thing that transforms the customer. So we need to understand who it is, what his problem is, what his dream is. So all of these 4 questions you need to figure out, and for each of those you need to have one answer. One customer, one problem, one dream, and one solution. Why problem and dream? Because the problem is where you start, and the dream is where you'll end. Those 2 is like the balance, like the difficulty they need to overcome. And the easier you get from the problem to the dream with your solution, the more money you will earn, and the bigger the distance is, and the faster you can close the gap with your solution, the faster you'll make more money. And so don't overthink it. Keep it really simple. Business is not hard, remember? So when we have the customer found out, then we can actually go with marketing. Marketing, aka connecting with your customer. This is the simplest plan to marketing, because don't think about like the elaborate marketing systems and like programs and like campaigns. It's simple. Find a way to connect with your customer. There's one concept that I'll touch here because this gives you the baseline of what your marketing should look like. It's called the ZMOT. This is where you need to be. The ZMOT was a study done by Google, figuring out how people use their search algorithm, how much research they do before buying something, and what the general idea is before people actually make a purchase. And they call it the 0 moment of truth, ZMOT. The numbers here are their results on average. Those are all averages. We can do it faster, but some of it takes slower because you don't buy a house after 7 hours, but you'll buy cookies after 10 minutes in the shopping mall. So we need to take that with a grain of salt, but it gives us a good, clear path on what we actually need to accomplish. That means 7 hours of content that you need to put out there on different platforms, that we'll cover that in a bit, but 7 hours of interaction with you needs to be possible. And that's pretty hard to come by. Then we need to have 11 touch points. 11 touch points means that 7 hours spread out over 11 different interactions. So touch points can be your website. It can be like 10 different videos on YouTube. It can be 5 Twitter posts and 6 Instagram reels. So but that's the minimum or the average of interactions that you need to plan in. So if you have only 4 videos on YouTube and the landing page, that's like usually not enough on the touch point side. The last point of it is 4 different platforms. So you need to consider where you are to actually get those 4 platforms together. When we wrap it up, when we put it together, I'll actually show you at least 5 platforms that are easy to use and pretty widespread and common, so that you make sure that almost every customer can have easy access to 4 platforms with you. The next thing is we need to help the customer. And this is the part where we need to create a product. Maybe you're familiar with the concept of the value ladder. That's the idea of how to stack your products up to add up for your offers. So we have a free offer, initial offer, main offer, and premium offer. That's the prices go up. I wrote like a few ideas in the back here. You can like read them, take notes for them. They're free to use for you, whatever. The interesting part is the free offer is like an ebook, an email course, a checklist. That's where you'll try to deepen the relationship with, to make sure that you reach the 7 hours of interaction. Then you have the initial offer. The initial offer is, depending on like if we're talking from B2C and B2B, they're a bit different. But for B2C, they're usually cheaper. And for B2B, they're more expensive. So it is like an ebook, a printed book. It's a course, coaching that you could do like quickly with like getting them enrolled or something. Like it's simple offers that usually don't last longer than a month, just to get them started and to get them seen and figure it out. Then you have the main offer, which is like a small content package, which could be like 1 video per week, like a coaching program. It could be like, usually those start with 1,000 a month and go up. That would be a main offer. For B2C would be a cohort course. Like getting them going, it's like more like mid-tier. And then you have the premium offer, right? Which is then like complete content production. It's a mastermind community or cohort only. It's beefy. It's like usually 3,000 and above, or like for B2C, sometimes like a bit belower, where it's like 1,000 and above for B2C. But that gives you like a clear point of like what actually your offer should look like, what like pricing points you have for it. And then the fourth point is sales, aka collecting cash. Sales is, in basics, is just a setup for your fulfillment and the transaction. So find a platform to host your product, find a platform to host your coaching. Just pick one. You can always change it later. Speed is more important here again than perfection. You don't need to perfect what you're doing. You just need to get it out there and get going. And so it can be simple as setting up a Stripe account or setting up a PayPal account. Just to get going, you just need a way for people to pay you that like when they buy your product. Now we're already entering the bringing it together stage. Now we're putting the customer in the top. We have the marketing and the lead, the product ladder, and then we collect cash. So now we have everything. So how does that look like now in reality? So we have Twitter or Instagram as like the top of the funnel to build like the first interaction with a high discoverable algorithm. Then we have YouTube to build a deeper relationship with like more beefier videos. Then we'll have our newsletter, which deepens the relationship too, because we own a contact. We're now showing up in their inbox and we can write them emails. Then we have a landing page of some sort, like where they can find more information. This can be as simple as like a PDF file that you put together, or like a WordPress site, or a Word document where you have quickly like something written together that they can read through and be like, okay, yeah, I see how it is. And then in the end, you have the help and the cash that change hands and a happy customer. That's pretty much all there is to the business. So if we zoom out and repeat again, we have one customer, one problem, one product, one dream. Then we'll do the marketing, which is just connecting to your customer. Then we help the customer through the product, and we start like collecting the cash somewhere. And then when we bring it all together, it looks like this, where we'll have a funnel from the top down to like have the customer journey set up. And as you see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 4 platforms at least, and then you have your 5th here. And so that makes sure that most people will have a possibility of having the 4 platforms, the 7 hours and the 11 interactions. You have a way to collect the cash. You have a way to like make the change, find the solution, which is the product. You have a way to connect that to the customers with the marketing, with the email, and with the YouTube channel. So I hope you found this valuable. I tried to like get it as tight together as possible. And yeah, if you want to know more about how to build your personal brand up to personal media company, I'll link a video here. See you there. Have a good day.